Salman, there's news that Manny Pacquiao is going to fight Mikey Garcia. There was a lot of rumors last week that Terence Crawford and him are closing in on a deal for a fight. Obviously, I made a video yesterday and I was a bit disappointed because I thought, I wanted to see Terence Crawford be Manny, but it looks like Mikey Garcia says the deal was very close for the fight to be done. He was talking in an interview yesterday, and I was left a bit dejected. How do you feel about that fight?
I don't think Mikey Garcia can win. I just don't think he can win. I don't think he's that good. I don't think Mikey Garcia is that good. I just think any good fighter he fights at 147, especially, he's going to lose because he's just not good enough. I think even if he what weight has he come up from? 135.
Yeah.
I think if he moves back down to 135, there's a lot of good fighters that go in.
I think he beats most of them. They're very green. I don't think they have the kind of experience. Mikey Garcia was a formidable 135 pounder, and a lot of people thought he would beat Lomachenko as well. And I believe he.
Why doesn't he fight Lomachenko then?
Because he wants to fight the top boy. He wants to fight the top dogs at 147.
But he's not going to win.
Let's look at it this way. He beat Jesse
140?
Vargas. He beat Jesse Vargas, who's a good fighter. Jesse Vargas is a 154, 147, and he battered him in his last fight. So for me, I think Mikey Garcia is a very good fighter.
Let's look at it, right? When he fought Spence, right? Spence is one of the best guys at 147, and Pacquiao is one of the best guys at 147. Like, he didn't get knocked out against Spence, but that wasn't a fight. That was boring, man. That was just like...
that was boring. I'll agree with
what is this small man doing in the ring, man? Like, Pacquiao's
gonna... I will give you that. That was boring.
You got to realize, like, come on, man. Like, let's be honest now. Let's really be honest. Mikey Garcia, yeah? He's not going to knock out Manny Pacquiao unless he lands a lucky shot. People like Robert Easter Jr. went the distance with Mikey Garcia, and they're not even nowhere. They're like, not even, they're not even on, they're like lower level fighters. And Pacquiao's like a Hall of Famer, and he just beat Thurman, man. Mikey Garcia wouldn't even beat Thurman. I'm telling you, Thurman would batter him. Like, I'm telling you, Thurman's volume and work rate would just be all over somewhat small man like Mikey Garcia. Because, he's not a big puncher at 147. Yeah, he didn't knock Jesse Vargas out. He's not on that level.
Neither did Pacquiao, though.
But what my point is that Pacquiao battered Thurman. You got to realize these things. Pacquiao's a vicious fighter. Mikey Garcia doesn't beat Thurman. No way, no chance. Mikey Garcia probably doesn't even beat Danny Garcia. I think Danny Garcia puts it on him. I think Danny Garcia lands one on him. Coming up from a lower weight, he might go. Jesse Vargas isn't a big puncher. Like, he doesn't beat the top guy.
I think Mikey could beat Danny Garcia.
Yeah, maybe he might outwork him, but I do feel that if Danny Garcia lands a crisp shot, night up, not finished. I can't see him being able to take it.
So he took punches from Spence.
Yeah, but I think Danny Garcia is a bigger puncher than Spence. Spence just outboxed him. Danny Garcia as a single punch fighter is a bigger puncher than Spence.
I don't know whether I agree with that.
And also, you got to realize Pacquiao's a way better fighter than Danny Garcia. We're talking about Pacquiao here. Pacquiao is a very good 147-pound fighter that will give Spence hell when they fight. You think Spence is just gonna walk through Pacquiao? He did Mikey Garcia. No chance. Spence doesn't have that sort of skill to basically just school Pacquiao like that. Nor does Terence Crawford. And you'll see when they do fight, if they do choose to fight Pacquiao. Because Pacquiao's an unbelievably good fighter. To school someone like a Pacquiao, you have to be on a different level, like Mayweather. None of these guys, and you'll see it, will not school Manny Pacquiao. They might knock him out late in the fight if he gets tired because of his age and stuff. But, mate, certainly someone like Mikey Garcia, there's no way he's going to beat Manny Pacquiao. If it was someone that had a weak chin, if Pacquiao was the type of guy where if he could take a shot and go down, then fair enough. I would say that, all right, I give this guy a puncher's chance. But I don't even give him a puncher's chance in this fight. Think about it. What's Mikey Garcia going to do that Pacquiao hasn't seen that he can't handle? What does Mikey Garcia, what do you see special in him? What's so special about him? Does he have good head movement?
I think he has very good timing.
So then you're saying he's going to knock Pacquiao out. How does he win this fight in your eyes? KO or points? if he was to win?
I don't know. He'll have to win by KO. I can't see him outworking.
Yeah, so then is a puncher's chance. But basically, what he's saying is that he has no chance apart from a puncher's chance, which everyone has, right?
I can't see him. I might be wrong. I can't see Mikey Garcia outworking Manny Pacquiao. I can't see him beating Manny Pacquiao.
I can't see him beating him on points or KO. Look, you got to realize when anyone steps in the ring, anyone has a puncher's chance. That's what we're basically saying. That pretty much,
especially at that age, as you get older.
Pretty much he has a puncher's chance. Otherwise, he's lost. He can't win on points. He's gonna be in there like a punching bag basically for 12 rounds, and he's just gonna be swinging at the lights, hoping he lands
punching
one.
bag. I don't know whether I agree with that.
No, because I believe Pacquiao will beat him easily, 10 rounds to 2, something stupid like that. It's not a fight, man. It's not. Trust me.
So would you rather see him against Terence Crawford?
Who?
Manny.
Oh yeah, for sure. Terence Crawford's a 10 times better fighter than Mikey Garcia.
10 times better. Come on, that's a bit.
Yeah, he is 10 times better. We'll see when Spence gets in there with Crawford if Spence can make it look as easy. It's not gonna be like that because Terence Crawford can go southpaw.
Yeah, but what you gotta understand is Mikey Garcia is naturally smaller than Terence, man.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say. So Mikey Garcia needs to stay at those lower weights then. Terence Crawford started at 135, but his trainer said that if he wanted to start at 147, he could have. And from what I've seen of Terence Crawford, he's a he's a small man, but you got to realize that guy can push welterweights back. I've seen him in fights push welterweights back. I've seen him push Brook back. I've seen him push Jeff Horn, which is like a 154 pounder, right? Khan was like when he fought Terence Crawford that I'm the bigger man in this fight, and we've seen in the ring he wasn't the bigger man. Terence Crawford was the one that was bullying him all around the ring. Even Brook was like, oh no, I'm a bigger man. You ain't ever.
But really, he didn't really bully. Like I'd say he bullied Benavidez. No,
Benavidez is a small man.
No,
I'm talking about the bigger man.
Benavidez is small man.
I'm talking about
a huge 147.
I'm talking about Brook and Khan, right? Certainly Brook. Brook was thinking that, oh no, I'm a bigger man. That's gonna listen.
Brook was at the end of his career.
But regardless whether he was at the end of his career, Crawford is a different animal. Crawford is a different fighter to Mikey Garcia. Trust me when I say that. Crawford is a way better fighter than Mikey Garcia. Trust me on that, 100%. Crawford is a very special fighter. Very, very special fighter. He did what you would do to a good washed up fighter, to Brook. He stopped him in 3 rounds. That's what you do to those type of people that are washed up. You stop them in 3 rounds.
Yeah, but let's talk. So there's issues now with making this Crawford fight. What do you think the problem? Why do you think we're not getting a Crawford Pacquiao fight? Why do you think there's an issue?
I think both of them want the fight. I think it's the promoters. I think it's something to do with the promotion. Where things are falling through. Something's going wrong. There were talks that Ryan Garcia was going to fight Manny Pacquiao. I personally feel Ryan Garcia was capping. I don't think there was no contract in place, nothing like that. I just think he was capping to get a bit of name, And what he was trying to do, he was trying to take the limelight of the Davis fight because he knows that if I'm fighting Pacquiao, then what's Davis? So he's just capping. But with Crawford, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Why these guys don't want to fight him? Because Crawford wants to fight. Crawford wants to fight all of them. Crawford's not ducking anybody. Crawford wants to fight. He offered Sean Porter. They said it wasn't enough money. So maybe it's going to have to be a case where Sean Porter leaves Top Rank and goes to PBC. Because that's where all the money fights are for Terence Crawford. That's where all the fights are for Terence Crawford. Crawford needs to take it on himself. That, listen, I need to leave Top Rank now, however many fights he has on his contract, and take his own career in his own hands. Because he's not going to get the big fights being on Top Rank. I'm sorry, but those guys always keep saying that he's on the other side of the street. He needs to sign with Al Heyman and make these fights happen for his legacy, because I want to see the Spence and Crawford fight.
Do you think it's a case where Terence Crawford might have to abandon the Manny Pacquiao fight and say, you know what? I'm not going to get this fight.
But why? Why should he? If he's one of the deserved guys that deserve a Manny
Yeah, I know,
Pacquiao
but
shot.
what I'm trying to say is it a case where you've got to say, okay, enough's enough. I've not got it for such a long time. Do I have to start
But
moving?
then, who's he going to carry on fighting? What lower level?
Move up to
welterweights?
154. Move up to 154. Like take the.
I don't personally. I don't think he should move up to 154. That's
Well,
crazy.
do something. What I'm saying is you can't keep waiting out for Spence or it's not.
I think 154 is going to be the same issue. PBC hold all of them as well. He's going to have to probably move to 160.
Do you think he needs to fight Sean Porter then?
But he's offered the fight to Sean Porter, but they said it wasn't enough money.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. So what does he do?
He can't do anything because he's with a promoter that's not willing to put up the money for the fights. So he has to. The only way Crawford's going to get these fights if he goes to PBC, because Sean Porter rejected the offer. Listen, he offered Sean Porter $1 million. Come on.
That's not enough money, man.
That's what I'm trying to say. $1 million for that fight, Sean Porter. You have to take stuff seriously, man. He offered Amir Khan $5 million. Sean Porter's a live opponent in there. You know, Sean Porter's going to give a better fight than what Khan did. Let's be honest. Khan was finished, washed up. Khan had his days back in 2010. What Crawford needs to do is take it upon himself. Right? I don't know why these guys are so hesitant to leave Top Rank and go to PBC, because that's the way these fights are going to happen. If he wants the Sean Porter's, Keith Thurman's, they're going to happen if they're with the same network, because then the fights have to happen if they're with the same network. Right now, those fights can't happen. Sean Porter isn't going to fight Terence Crawford. Those type of guys don't want... You got to realize people like Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, these fighters are very loyal to PBC. You know, they want to fight on PBC. You know, they don't really like all this, you know, Sean Porter got offered $1 million. Like, Bob Arum's going to have to offer him something where he's going to think, okay, that it makes sense for me to go there. You know, offering someone $1 million, he's not going to be entertained with that. He's not going to want to fight him for $1 million. But either Bob Arum needs to fix himself up and start offering fighters what they're worth, or Terence Crawford has to leave and go to PBC. Simple.
Do you think Manny Pacquiao will fight?
I think Manny Pacquiao will try his best to make that fight happen. I don't think Manny Pacquiao is the type of man to duck anybody. Manny Pacquiao's for all the best guys in his era. Yeah, Crawford's not a type of guy to duck anybody. He's fighting the best available opponents that are actually available at that point that he can possibly fight. Like with the Khan and Brooks situation, they were the best available opponents at that time that were willing to fight. So he took them fights.
Personally, I think that Manny Pacquiao will fight Spence or Crawford, one of them, before he ends his career. But again, I don't know now, because obviously he's getting older as the time goes by. And there's
he fought since 2019.
I just don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. It's a bit dejecting when you hear about the Mikey fight, but people say it's a tune-up. But we were hearing that he's going to fight Crawford. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What it is. It's just good to see Manny Pacquiao back in the ring. But like I said, I personally think, my personal opinion is that Manny Pacquiao will fight. He will eventually fight Terence Crawford or Errol Spence. That's my personal opinion. I might be wrong.
I don't think that, personally, do you know, Mikey Garcia, like for example, Manny Pacquiao fighting Mikey Garcia, that if he loses to Mikey Garcia in an upset, right, he's got everything to lose by losing to those fights. Manny Pacquiao has another couple fights left in his career, right? And that should only be against Spence or Crawford, the top dogs. Him fighting anyone else is such a risky choice, right? Certainly at the top level. Because if he gets chinned and loses to one of those guys, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't make a difference. People will know he's old, but
still, why would you want to go out losing to a lower level? Would you rather go out fighting Spence?
Yeah. Let's finish on this, right? Personally, I think he wants the Mikey fight, and I think he will fight Spence or Crawford. That's just my opinion. He may not. He may retire. Mikey might be his last fight. Maybe he loses that. You don't know at that age. You don't know what's going to happen. But personally, my opinion. Leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think Manny Pacquiao will eventually fight Spence or Crawford? Or do you think he won't? Leave your thoughts either way. I personally think eventually will. Leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.